Yo, what's going on, everyone? Wow, today is a special treat because I'm joined with Michele Reed, who is somebody who just hit 100,000 this year with Amazon to Amazon book flips. I know it's been a couple years. It wasn't like this was your first year, so you definitely have experience, from year after year to get to this point. But I'm just really excited to not necessarily interview you, but just to be here live and chat. And I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people who have questions like Carter. It's going, let's go. And of course, I'm joined with Victor. So first, Michele, how's it going? And then we'll go to Victor.
Welcome. It's going well. I've been, it's that time of year, checking my sales nonstop, which I usually do anyway, but it's just such a such a little zing of satisfaction every time you refresh your feed and there's something else there. So it's really exciting.
And what's up with you, Victor?
Oh, what's up? Yeah, no, Michele's been a member of our community for quite a while. We've all think that she's doing really great numbers and has helped out the community a lot. Like when people ask questions, if I can't get to it, Michele does it. So, and she's almost in every book listing that I know of, like that is really good. She's also on it. So well done there. She's definitely mastered this type of sourcing. So I knew that just having her on would be awesome, and she also agreed to come to Books and Beyond, so that's also another positive. So I'm just happy you're here, Michele. So yeah, thanks for coming in.
And I know what you mean, Michele, about checking your phone for sales. I don't know what it is, but I guess it's obviously when books start selling a lot more. Yeah. The time between one sale and the next it just becomes so much shorter that it's like you want to check all the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you looking at on sales so far, like this month? It doesn't have to be exact, but just because this is probably your best month this year, I'm assuming.
It is. Right now I'm at 33,000, which I think last year I topped out around 33, maybe a little bit higher. I don't really know, but yeah, it's really nice to see that with a couple weeks left, because I don't really know where I'm going to end up, but it's really nice to see.
I think it's safe to say that you bought the most books for this August textbook season than you have any other August textbook season, right?
I have. And so there's a little bit of kind of, you're a little unsure. You're trying to like keep an eye on everything because some of them have tanked a little. Maybe some of them haven't tanked, but they're college books. And so that's why I try to keep track of like which are which in my spreadsheet, so that and then also just check the chart from last year. Be like, oh yeah, that's not going to sell until the end of the month, probably, or even in September. So like, chill out. Don't lower your price. Don't tank it.
Yeah.
Maybe don't watch it too much, but also just be aware of those high school books.
Yeah, I think well said, because just because a book qualifies, Victor, right, as being a high school book or a college book, every book has maybe a slightly different season, and it's really easy, I think, for a lot of people to jump the gun and like, I need to sell it. But if you really do what Michele says and you look at the last year and you're like, okay, well, when was the sales rank the lowest? Like, when was the sales rate the best? And try to use that as a predictor. I agree that, sometimes looking at it too often is not a good thing either. So
yeah, we all call a lot of different books high school books, but they're wide ranging, right? Some of them are like California books that are really like the big ideas or something. Those are mostly California books, and so they have a different time where they actually spike, or like teachers edition books. Actually, they spike mostly kind of at the end of August, starting in September. So but we still call those high school books. So yeah, it's all different types of books, and you just have to know when your book is supposed to spike, and you need to be there to be one of the people ready to sell it. So I mean, Michele's got this down. So
she's got this down. If you guys have any questions, I'm not sure. I mean, obviously Victor and I say DM us, but I'm sure Michele would be more than happy to answer DM every once in a while. I don't know. I guess I'll let Michele speak for herself, but she knows
If I see it, I actually have my notifications turned off. So
okay.
Yeah, so that way, like, if you don't hear from me if you message me and I don't answer in like 2 days, it's because I just literally didn't see it.
So pro tip for anyone that does want to get a hold of Michele, whenever you see her comment on the Seasonal Book Arbitrage Facebook group, I would just like and reply to everything she says, and then she'll probably, who is this person? And then maybe that's a good way.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, if you tag me directly, like in that, if you're like, hey, I really want to hear what you have to say, I'll try, but I always think take it with a grain of salt. I'd like to feel like I know what I'm talking about, but I still have so much to learn. I think there's always something.
I think it's like almost we all have stuff to learn. Yeah. I'm still learning stuff till today. So I don't think that ever stops.
I agree. There's always times where I need to ask Victor stuff, and I'm like, what would Master Victor do? Good thing I have Victor's phone number. I can just text him.
Yeah.
If I need to. I don't know who Victor asks, but I asked Victor.
Right?
Yeah. So.
I have like my colleague at work, and we always are asking each other stuff because there's just so much to keep track of.
Yeah.
That we know the other person has that like bandwidth that day when I don't.
Yeah.
So it's good to have someone to bounce ideas off of.
Yeah, Carter has a good question. But before we get to that, just what is it that you do for a day job? And it doesn't have to be super specific. I mean, you answer as as comfortable as you are.
Yeah,
like, what is it generally you do?
Yeah.
Well, I work at one of the big banks. I've been there over 20 years. I started out in mortgage. Right now, I'm in financial crimes, and it's called KYC AML. So it's know your customer, anti-money laundering, and.
Whoa,
that's kind of interesting.
It sounds way more important than what I actually do, but I'm a lead in my department, so I answer questions all day, and I'm kind of the subject matter expert. I lead initiatives, I do trainings.
Wow.
So
it sounds more important than what I did. So well done there. That's pretty awesome. Okay.
Yeah, one of our biggest booksellers actually is doing appraisals for houses. And is able to see like seasonal trends. And I'm like, this is exactly what you should be doing. Like I was like, that I think books will really work out for you, because if you can see that in books, you can see that in houses, then you can definitely see that in books. So the fact you did that with mortgages is pretty cool. Anyway,
Michele, do you tell people in your normal life, your day-to-day life, what you do? Like on the side.
This is her secret. This is her secret side hustle.
No, I just say where I work because a large percentage of the people who live in my town work there or have. And I just say I work there, and they're like, oh, okay.
Well, I will say, if you tell people what you do selling books, you get a similar response. Oh, wait, do people still read books? I thought books were going digital. Right? I get Victor. What do you get?
Oh yeah, books. I don't know anyone who buys books anymore. Like I get that. And then maybe they'll ask me if I'm drop shipping books or if I'm an author. I'm like, no, I'm not an author. Yeah, I know it sounds weird. And if people keep asking me, they're like, it just gets even weirder. Yeah, I buy them on Amazon. Yes, yeah. And then when you sell them, well, back on Amazon.
It's mind blowing.
Mind blown. And they just stop after that. So, yeah.
Carter has a good question, Michele. Would you mind breaking down roughly the percent of type of books you sell? Like, what percent roughly would you say all year round versus high school, college, or just like the seasonal in general?
Seasonal definitely makes up the bulk of it. So high school, college, and Christmas. So I think college probably makes up the bigger percent. I'm really trying to get more high school ones, but it seems like those college ones are there. But the college ones are also a little harder too, because now you're analyzing, did a new edition come out? Is the old one still okay? Are people actually ignoring the new edition? So I would say probably all year round, maybe 20-30%.
Okay.
And
Christmas,
then so 70
another
is
20.
70. Okay, cool. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I ship in my own Christmas books. I know you guys are like Prep Center, send it in, but for me, because I'm just like a little bit greedy, because I'm like, I want to see the most return for my dollar. So I have the Christmas books sent to my house, and they're actually on a shelf over in the corner right now. And so around September, I send them all in.
Because you buy them in March, right? March and April when nobody's thinking about them, right?
Yeah, I think I started buying them in February this year.
In February? Whoa, that's
telling you, Michelle's got this down.
Yeah. So how do you ship those books in? Are you using a listing software, or do you ship them all to Prep Center at once?
Yeah, I use ScanLister.
Gotcha.
I've used that for a couple of years. It's easy. I know it. I have a system down with it. It's cheap. So.
Gotcha. Cool.
Let's see.
It's actually the fastest way I try to tell people what we do, like how seasonal books work. Because I was like, there's like The Night Before Christmas, and that book has really helped me out a lot of times because it's in the title. So yeah, that's one of the ways I tell people when I'm walking or whenever I meet new people and try to tell them what I do.
Yeah. So the only reason why we say send them in is because 2 weeks ago I sold this The Night Before Christmas for $69.99.
Yeah, I
5 days
actually.
Go for it.
Sorry. I actually sold the Corgiville book.
Oh, you
the
did?
The other day. Yeah.
I'm trying
Is
to tell
that
you,
a book?
don't try to
Definitely-
top Michele here.
They're hard to find.
Oh, they are. Yeah, the Corgiville ones are for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because I'm not sure. I'm sure you probably stay away from the recordable books. Do you or no?
I do. Yeah. I don't want to deal with the Corgi. What is the word? The battery when they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're terrible, honestly. But my mom,
corroded.
Yeah,
Corroded.
they almost all of them are corroded, right? But my mom, basically, she was kind of out of work, so I'm just like, all right, I'll send you some of these books. I'll pay you like an insane fee, like an insane prep fee, if you get these to work or whatever. So she's happy doing that, and so yeah, it's kind of crazy that some of those books already sell. But was the Corgiville book there? Did you send it in right away, or is it from last year? It didn't sell.
Oh, I actually held it. I don't know why I did. It just didn't occur to me that send it in. And then one day I was doing a shipment. I'm like, oh yeah, send this in. And it sold like as soon as it got checked in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, there definitely are some rare Christmas books that are hard to find for sure.
Yeah, and you know, and like books will start selling for Christmas starting in like say November. So soon, Michele, you're gonna get a box of Christmas books together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually try to wait till the end of the college textbook season to send them in because I'm so busy keeping track of what I sold because I put them all into Joji's spreadsheet.
Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. And then also by the way, you're also, stepmother too, and also have a full-time job and have a husband and, have a whole life outside of this. So there's also that, right? So
yeah, I have things going on.
Yeah, you got a lot of things going on.
7 full-time jobs or something.
Are you involved in other stuff in the community or just stuff like other hobby stuff that you kind of do on the side besides just selling books?
Really selling books is my main hobby. Sometimes I do volunteer at one of our local food pantries.
Oh, cool.
That's like my favorite one to do because that's kind of near to my heart because when I grew up, we didn't have a lot. We were on food stamps. We were a lower income family. And I think that's part of where like the hustle comes from is kind of always wanting to make sure you have that backup or
like a safety net. Yeah.
Wanting or needing to help out other people. Like I actually use my book business to help out family members.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So.
Have you tried getting any of your family members to do it or?
Yeah, actually, one person actually started helping me source books like in March. I sent him through the VA Academy.
Oh, cool.
Classes. And he caught on
somebody into a VA.
Yeah, like he caught on like right away, and he's pretty good at it. The struggle that we have is that basically I want to have every book cleared through me, and so sometimes he'll send me a book and then it's gone because I didn't get to it fast enough because he's sourcing at like 7, 8 a.m., which is when I'm driving to work.
Yeah,
and then the book's gone by the time I look at it. So.
Yeah, it's a good sign that it was
a good book, right? Yeah, it was a good book. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We got Chet in the house saying Michele is awesome with a bunch of fire emojis and also a big smiley face. I agree. Well said. So let's see.
So Michele, just randomly, how many Ways of the World book do you have of the newest AP edition?
Oh,
how many books did you buy? Yeah, this year.
I bought 42-ish. And I have.
You guys are way out beating me. I bought 30, and I'm like, okay, I think this is good.
I think I have 18 left.
Okay.
And so that's one of the ones that's like I keep checking the chart. And I'm like, it's fine, because what I worry about is like, oh, I didn't sell them soon enough. I got greedy. I didn't sell them soon enough. But I'm looking at the chart and I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. I sold like half of them yesterday.
Yeah, no, you can sell all 40 copies in a matter of like an afternoon. That's how fast this book sells.
Yeah, I could have if I just took like $5 less, I probably would have sold all of them by now. And so that's the type of thing I think it's like to get a handle on it is knowing where to price it. Do I want to get rid of them like fast? Do I want to maximize every dollar? But you don't want to run the risk of like now you're stuck with them.
Like, do you see that? Do you see the used offer count crashing? That is money. I would not sell I would just be cool with 18. I would not worry about that. You're about to make really good money from this book.
Did you have any multiple quantity orders?
I think I have only sold 2 at a time of this one.
Okay.
If that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Have you had any multiple quantity orders from high schools in this high school season?
Not too many. I was kind of disappointed by that. Yeah. So I think the most I've sold, I think I sold 5 at once.
5 at once. Okay. Actually,
Times.
Victor, my favorite high school book, the pre-algebra book.
Yeah.
I had mine sitting at 65, and I was like, I'm not getting rid of this.
Yeah.
I know mine's priced higher, and then just randomly all 5 got bought from one high school. I was like, all right, okay. I guess that's how we're gonna do it. Sounds good.
Because you had 5 in one listing, right?
Yeah, they're all listed, together.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I have mine priced at 65 also, and I'm like, why isn't it moving? Like, why do you sold 5 at once?
Yeah, it is really weird if you think about it, because I don't know about you, but either of you, but sometimes you'll sell a book and you're actually like significantly higher than other sellers, and you weren't in the buy box. Maybe your condition is like similar or the same, but I don't know. You know, maybe they're, in this case, whoever the person was buying the books at the high school was like, I don't want to do all this work to buy it from you and you and you. Let me just buy 5 from one person just to get it over with. Kind of thing.
That's much easier if you could buy all the units you need from one particular seller. That's also good. But also, I try to zone back into being a buyer, right? So sometimes I need it in like a day or two, and let's just say whatever warehouse Joji's books are gonna be, I'm gonna be able to get them in one day, and wherever Michelle's books are, it's gonna be like 2 days, and I for some reason need it in one day, and so I'll buy it from Joji instead of Michelle, just because it's that one day, and that sometimes matters a lot.
Yeah, Carter has a good question. Cool. For Michelle. Do you aim
Yeah.
for a similar spend goal each month, Michelle, or certain months you spend most of your capital?
I don't think there's like a spend goal, but there's a number of books. So I generally try to keep to the 10 per day goal. And then during the like hot months, like February, March, April, May, it tends to get into the like 40 a day or something like that. So
Now we all know why they're hot months, but can you explain why these months are hot? Why do you consider them hot months?
Well, nobody's buying the high school book or the college book in March, and nobody's buying very many books at all in March, at least not the type I have. So I need to get better at buying better all year round books. Also, I think there's just that the most time has elapsed since the last high school season. High school gets out in May. They're not going to buy them till May. March, like 10 months has gone by. Everyone's really forgotten about high school books at that point, except for us.
Yeah. And I'll also say, I think something that's unique amongst us three, and this is not a dig on anyone else or society in general, but most people I just don't think have available cash or available capital to just start spending money on books, right? Because the idea here is that we are arbitraging the seasonality of it, right? But like Michelle mentioned, a lot of people kind of forgotten about books that time, but also even if you do know that this is an opportunity, you have to actually have money to buy it, right? So it takes a little bit of like planning into the future, knowing that, hey, I'm going to spend money on something that might not sell right away. Like, I'm not going to get my capital back right away, but that's also why there's that opportunity, I think. So we got Johnny Flips going yo in the house, which is cool. I did want to let everyone know who is here that we are actually live. For some reason, people always comment like, is this live? Yeah, we're live. We're live on YouTube right now. We're live with Michelle. Yeah. And Michelle is actually going to be a speaker at Books and Beyond this year. And
I was surprised. Are you sure, Joji? Yeah, she said yes.
Me too.
Me too.
I'm still surprised. I'm still like, will they hate me if I back up?
No, what are you talking about?
I'm on the poster.
Yes, you're on the poster.
Yes. So I gotta share my screen just to show this, just because I'm very proud that Michelle is gonna be there. So if we go to booksandbeyondcon.com and go to speakers, you will see her right there. Let's go, Michelle Reed. 6-figure online seller. And we can officially say that annual 6-figure, because I don't think last year, right? In 2024, did you do 100K in that 12 months?
I did. I did. You did? Okay. And I think it was 118 before returns. So I don't know. That's what shows up in my phone.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. I should read our own website. 68,000 in 2023 to 118,000 in 2024. What are you at right now? You said
103.
She's past 100K now, before, like, just with these months, just up until August.
Yeah. So, and you've done 33,000 in August this month already. So
yeah,
Michelle's going to be there at Books and Beyond. So I'm going to go and link this if anyone does want to go. But yes, if you want to meet Michelle in person and hang out, well, guess what? She's going to be there. So And
You're
Michelle's
gonna make so many
always
connections, Michelle.
yeah.
I mean, you're gonna realize why like these type of conferences are really cool. You're gonna, I mean, you get to talk to Thrift Books and World of
World
Books,
Books.
and you get to meet Frank.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have suggestions. Um,
Oh.
Go for it.
I need them. I need them to stop taping the receipts to the inside of the books because it tears the
Oh,
covers.
okay.
Actually, on my last return with a photo, I was like, please stop using tape inside the book.
Well, I definitely asking Frank there in person is going to be definitely better, right? Because you'll be able to talk to him in person. It's pretty awesome.
Make sure you ask him when he's on stage, so that.
Is it Frank that's World of Books, or do they have the same name as Little Owl?
Oh, I misunderstood you. So no, that's Bill Martin Link. Yeah, you can
Bill,
ask
that's
him when he's
and
on.
I couldn't think of his name either. But yeah, I watched the
Oh,
interview
yeah.
with him yesterday. He was
Yeah.
a kind of character I'd like to talk to.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, no, Bill is awesome. Bill is a
Yeah.
character in a good way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see what you're saying. That kind of a little bit confused me because I thought you were saying somehow Frank was taping or something.
Yeah.
But no, it's Bill.
No, Frank wouldn't do that.
Yeah. It's, World of Books, I guess. That's how
Yeah,
they
it was
say
World of
Yeah,
Books.
World of Books. I got it. Yeah,
The
yeah.
merchant fulfilled slips is what Johnny's saying. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
By the way,
Yeah.
Carter says that he's gonna have his notepad out for your presentation.
yeah.
So that's gonna be good.
But you can't get her stressed out because she's not gonna come.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna. Okay, she's already crushing it. Okay,
She's like, it's true.
She's already crushing the interview, or it's not really an interview. It's just a conversation live hangout.
It is.
Okay,
So Michelle, when you first came to like our like Facebook group, right? How did you even figure out our Facebook group exists, and when did you decide? Okay, let me just try this out, right? Like whatever this guy is saying, apparently might work. I don't know. I don't know exactly how you actually got into the group and how you decided to start buying books.
I was actually a follower of Joji's on YouTube, and
Okay,
I came to Joji via Steve Rakin.
Gotcha.
And I originally heard about book selling on TikTok.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay,
Do you remember who
I guess we did an interview together, and then you saw that, and that's how you joined the Facebook group, or?
Yeah, I saw your very first interview with Joji, and as soon as you started talking and you talked about the charts, and I was like, that's why they look that way. I was like, why do they look all crazy at certain points in the year? I don't know what's happening. I don't know if this is going to sell if I buy it. I just didn't make the connection. And then you were, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then for me, it was almost like, I hate to say it, like, I was like, this is like a sure thing, like every single year.
Yeah, no, I can't say that because I sell, like, we sell a software, Bookmine, but right. I also believe that it's very close to a sure thing, right? That what we're doing, it's like it's the same pattern every year. Why won't it happen again?
Yeah, it just gives me a lot more confidence. Mm-hmm. And then when I heard about, there's actually some logic behind it, and it's not always going to work, and you need to be on the lookout for these things.
Yeah, yeah.
It just started all clicking into place once I heard that interview.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually share my screen because. Yeah, I mean, Victor also mind blew me and a bunch of other people there. But I mean,
I remember doing this interview, right, and actually thinking maybe Joji might not actually put this actual interview up because it's completely different than what he's doing, and I'm not sure he's going to be okay with that. Like because like hey, I do this, and I'm like, okay, I don't do that at all.
One of the best interviews he's ever done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I mean, so you could basically just go to YouTube. You could just type in YouTube Joji Davenport. Victor Gallegos interview, and it should pop up on YouTube. Yeah, he's the king of seasonal book arbitrage. This one. So he's flipping Christmas books and making bank. So I'd highly recommend if you're somebody who's new watching that video. So this is the one you watched, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, 2 years ago, and we talked about.
I even remember the thumbnail. He had a crown on. Did he have a crown on or a Santa hat?
There are a couple. Let's actually look.
Right. There's a couple.
Oh.
Because we've done. Oh, look, who's that? Oh, that's Michele. Awesome. Let's see. There are a couple. Let's see if we can maybe find it.
You got to go to your channel. So just click on Joji Davenport.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. So somehow you think I would know how to navigate this. Okay.
And then most popular, right? Videos.
All right. Or I'll search here. Here we go.
Well, click on most popular right there.
Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see. This one right here.
That's part 2.
That's part 2.
I love that.
Yeah.
That just sticks in my head.
This is the first one.
Yeah.
You can tell I made that thumbnail because it's.
Oh, there you both have Christmas hats.
Oh yeah, this one was the Christmas book list, and we did that.
Yeah.
Put these Christmas books live. We've done a lot of videos together.
So much fun So much fun. I enjoyed that, and yeah, I remember again doing that interview and trying to discuss that with Joji. And of course, I've talked to him about it afterwards, and he's like, "Yeah, Victor, I thought you just spun you were just spinning basically college books. You just said it in a different way." I'm like, "No, actually, college books are cool, but I have a lot of other seasons that I buy books from, especially Christmas. I love Christmas."
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
I know I already asked Victor what this chart is, but I'm gonna ask Michele to go ahead and analyze this live. So Michele, what's this book here?
The Merry Christmas Songbook.
The Merry Christmas Songbook. Okay. So what's happening here every year?
I'm gonna guess that is December.
Yes.
And a little bit in November too.
Yeah.
And the sales rank is dropping drastically because it means the book is selling.
Yep.
And the black lines mean,
yeah. So in a book like this, what are your thoughts? What what do you think you should be able to buy this? Well, what would you buy it for? And would you buy more than one copy?
Yeah.
It's really hard to see the actual numbers, but I'm assuming it's around $8 to $12 at the low point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would buy it for $8 to $12 and sell it around $38, $35.
Yeah.
But how do you know, Michele? I mean, I understand 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. But how do you know it's going to happen in 2025? How do you know Christmas isn't canceled? That's the question that we always ask.
It's on the calendar. You just have to buy the calendar, and if it's on there, then buy the book.
Yeah.
There you go. I wish that's how we should answer now, Joji. Oh, it's on the calendar. Go check the calendar. See if it's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a good reminder because we were talking about high school books as well, Michele, and I was in Walmart not too long ago, and I was like, wait, why is all this back to school stuff out here on the floor? Oh, right. It's high school. And it's like, it's the thing, it happens every year, right? So it's just being smart about, buying the money, buying those books out before the season. But let me ask you this, what's causing you to become, I guess, more confident? Because it is hard if you've never done it, like you said. Before you do it, like you can understand it, but you don't like truly understand it, right? So, what's kind of enabled you to, I guess, put more pressure on the gas and go, harder this year?
I think just seeing my results from last year and the decisions that I made, and, the book sold and I was profitable. Also seeing that even on the books where I wasn't very profitable, or even if I took a loss, I eventually sold most of the books, even if I sold them at a loss. And so that was a really good lesson. Is like, it's going to sell, just sometimes not when you wanted it to. Yeah. And so I'll look back at those old charts and like, what are the indicators? How could I have known? Could I have known? And just understand that, not everyone's going to be a winner. And even if the data is there, sometimes it just doesn't work out. So I think that experience, the same books that I sold last year, selling this year, which is, gives me confidence they're going to keep selling. Just keep an eye on how old they are.
Yeah. It's great advice. I mean, at the end of the day, when you have the experience of doing it, then you become more confident. But also an important thing to understand is you actually have to do it to see if it works or not, right? And there's risk in that.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. And that's one reason why, in a way, I would love to just like open it up for my assistant to purchase books when he sees them. But then there are still enough that I'm like, this and that. And because of my experience, and I'm not comfortable, and, because ultimately it's my money on the line. And so I just appreciate the effort that's being put in. I wish I could get to more of the books faster, but I think it comes with time, and you just have to put in the time to be as good at it as people who've been here longer.
Yeah. And so when you're saying no to like a VA, right? You're a VA who has found the book for you, is it because mostly like the used offer count is higher, or maybe they're not seeing something that you can see? What's that part that they're maybe are missing out on?
I think in my opinion, I think maybe they are overestimating what it can sell for.
Yeah.
When I buy it, I put in my lowest price, or
Yeah.
even sometimes a couple dollars under there. And I actually shoot for a pretty high return.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of picky. I'm still pretty risk adverse in that scene. And also I just, just have to remind yourself, it's the whole don't buy hope.
Yeah.
And there's another book, like literally scroll down
There's
the
another
page.
book. Yes, it's the next book up. Yeah, exactly.
Scroll down the page. There's another book. Don't get married to the book. Don't keep checking on it to see how it did. Like maybe if there was one that you're like, this is a sure thing, like sure, check on it and see if you were right or not.
Yeah.
But just move on.
It's the best advice is that there's another book out there. Don't buy hope, because it's the truth. There's so many books out there. And as much as we want to say we have all the money to buy it, we don't have even close to a fraction of the amount of money to buy all the potential deals out there. And so great advice, Michele. Yeah, definitely be picky. What is that sort of target range that you try to shoot for?
I actually shoot for around 100%. But I know that's
crazy
not
to do that in business, right? Other businesses are 6%.
and I know that's not realistic. The reason that I shoot for that is to bake in actually the potential for a loss, so that if it doesn't sell in my range and then I have to drop the price like $20, well, I already baked in that extra ROI. And so I might be making $3 instead of making 25.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
dang.
Yeah, and so that's why I do that. When it's more of a sure thing, especially like if it's a more expensive book, if it's $100 book, then I might want 50% return. So it just really, it's very arbitrary. It's kind of on a feeling, and it's hard to explain to other people how you feel about it.
People always ask me that as well, and I'm like, yeah, I try to stick to it, but it's kind of like it depends on the book, and people are like, that's not a good response. Well, it's the truth. Like it
depends. It really just depends, and they don't understand that. So yeah, I mean,
we should all get
together and like have a meeting together once a week to help each other out.
Yeah, we do have a support of yours. We got Adriana here, so hello.
Gosh.
So let's go.
That's my stepdaughter.
Yeah. So hi, Adriana. Welcome to book selling. So this is so cool. Another question I have for you is, because you did actually go deep on a couple of books. So for anyone watching this that doesn't know what I mean, Michele bought 42 copies of one high school book. What would be your advice to other people when it comes to like how to decide, I guess, how deep to go?
What can I ask a question before? How many is that the deepest book you did this year, or was there another book deeper?
Yeah, I think that is. There might have been another one that I did 25 of.
Okay, cool.
And that one's still going. It sold out last year. So I'm expecting them to sell at the end of the month. But yeah, that Ways of the World I bought 42. The other Ways of the World I bought 20, and I wish I would have bought 40.
That's the one we should have bought more, because I haven't been pushing that book, and I was like, that book is doing really well this year. I think it might be really close to selling out, right?
Yeah, it probably is.
I can look at it. Yeah.
The other one, and I love that I can just say this one. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. The Eki Romani one that kind of didn't do well last year. So I didn't really pay attention this year, but I still actually had a copy left over from last year. And so I decided to buy one. So I think I bought one or two, like just at the beginning, but not many. And then I saw how it was doing. So I went and I bought another one on eBay, like at the last second for like $45 and sold it for $180.
What in the world? That is crazy.
Yeah.
Well done.
Oh yeah. Well done.
I mean, so okay, this is my main takeaway.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it kind of is your takeaway as well, Michele, is that when books don't perform well in that season, but you thought that they were based upon what happened last year, most people just give up on that book and automatically assume that in the years ahead, the book is dead. But what you have seen, and what I've seen, especially this year, is there have been multiple cases where there have been books that didn't do very well last year, but then did insanely well this year. And part of that could be that, a lot of people aren't paying attention to it. But this is a great example, the Ways of the World that you just mentioned. This is the older edition, Michele, like you said. And this one just popped off, and I sold all my copies as well.
Me too.
Yeah.
I wish I had more copies. I don't know why I didn't buy more copies. Why did I only focus on the white book? I don't know,
Yeah.
but
And I mean, look, the buy box right now is 183 for the
Yeah.
old edition. Amazon's new price is actually 206, and on the newer edition, it's actually 173 brand new.
yeah.
And it's
How much could we have bought the old edition for in like say February, March?
I was buying it for like 58. Oh, we're asking
Yeah,
Michelle.
see?
Sorry.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. I was trying to
Yeah.
remember like what the cheapest was I
50,
bought
right?
it for, but 40 or 50.
And now it's 180.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Should've bought more.
Would you agree with that though, Michelle? That there are some books that surprised you that didn't perform last year but did this year?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's always the most frustrating when you think it's going to perform and it doesn't.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh my God, I have 15 copies of this. Like, what am I going to do with it? And everyone else is thinking the same thing.
Yeah. What I'll say is I mean, every year I have books like that, right? And it's expected. And actually the majority of those books I just held on to, and they pretty much all of them did better this year, even though I let them sit there at the Amazon warehouse for a whole year, racking up 5 cents in storage fees per month. They all did better this well, and I almost sold through all of them. So that's the other thing is, even if it doesn't perform well, I mean, you do have the option to just let it sit there. And yeah, it does hurt your IPI score, and yeah, you are out that money. But there is a couple of books that, like I said, didn't do well last year that did insane this year and made all the money back, plus for all those other books that didn't do well.
I know. I just wish I had all the copies of that purple book.
Yep.
The Eki Romani one.
The Eki Romani, yeah. Let's see. Misa says, is it time to liquidate high school books or wait till the end of the month?
This is a good question. We should ask Michelle that.
Yeah. What do you think, Michelle?
Based on my training, it is around that time. However, you should still, before you do that, look and see what it's doing. If the sales rank is still really low, it's still selling, and you can see the offer count still going down, like, why undercut yourself and why undercut the market? Like, you're basically going to bring everyone down when you can still continue to make money.
Yeah.
You just have to look on a case-by-case basis to see if it's actually selling or not, because there's no reason to tank the market if the market's still chugging along.
Yeah, well said. We have Carter over here saying, my VAs buy all my books. If you ever have any questions, just shoot me a message. So Carter's going to be at Books and Beyond as well. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Carter, but
I've heard of Carter, yes.
Yeah, he's a big traditional, or I don't know if he still is, but he was a very big traditional OA guy and moving tons and tons and tons of revenue. So he transitioned over to BookMine and books, actually when we went to Miami Sellers Conference. So I'm excited for you.
We had dinner with him. We actually just sat next to him and he just started asking us questions. We were like, yeah, we sell books. And he's like, really? Books? I did it when I first started, but I was like, eh. And we got connected that way. So you'll get to meet him. He's doing really well. He's got like a whole team of VAs that, as he just said, buys most of his books. So
yeah. So really excited for you to meet him and really honestly meet everyone else, Michelle. I think you're gonna have a great time. We got Chris Bradley in the house, who's also going to be at Books and Beyond, also going to be a speaker. He says, yo, guys, here's what we do. We decide how deep to go based on the offer count to sales rate drop ratio. We don't buy deep on a saturated market. Yeah, it's a overall very good advice there. Chris is going to be there. Are you familiar? Are you familiar with Hoku Books and Chris, Michelle?
I don't think so.
No. Okay, so he'll also be there. He's going to be a great guy to talk to, but a very interesting model that's different than a lot of our models. So I won't spoil it, but I think you can learn a lot from him. So I'm excited for you guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Last year I met him for the first time. A great guy. He's really passionate about books. So everyone there is going to be passionate about books. So it's really fun to do this conference.
What is your husband and your stepkids? What do they think about what this little side hustle is?
You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Yeah, she's
because one of my stepkids is here. I doubt the other one is, but okay. I don't think they pay much attention to it. I know when they come over, Michelle has like books laying around. There's a whole bunch of books on the bookshelf. I mean, I try not to make a mess. Any mess I'm making is really because of the eBay stuff, which I don't do much on eBay, but I do leave it laying around. So they probably don't like that. I think my husband was just kind of, at the beginning, like, because it's one of those things like, do what you want to do. I'm not gonna put you down. I'm gonna see how it goes. He kind of stays to his own, but I do think as it's gone on, he is, I would dare say, impressed with the amount of sales I have and the success that I've had. And I think he's interested to see how far I'll take it.
What did he think about you coming to Books and Beyond as a speaker? That's another good question.
This will surprise no one who's on here who knows him. He was very excited to help me with the PowerPoint for the presentation. He's a big spreadsheet guy.
Okay.
He codes. I was like, you should talk to Victor. You guys need to help me with my spreadsheets so that they work better. So he's excited about the technical aspect of it.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So I'm glad he's excited.
Yeah. A little bit of my experience with, I started selling books in college, and my wife and I were high school sweethearts. So basically when I started this journey, she's been the whole time, but in the beginning she thought it was just like what are you doing kind of a thing. And yeah, as you say, like once you start seeing the numbers and you start seeing the success, definitely I'd say the attitude towards it shifts, like, oh wow, okay, this is actually making, okay, cool. Yeah, so you're making, okay, yeah, I guess do more of that. So it's definitely, I think there's something to say for like once you can actually show success with it, like the attitude people have towards what you do definitely changes. What about you, Victor?
I have. I'm kind of cutting up a little bit.
You're good.
Anyway, yeah. So all right. So one of the first times I remember buying books, right? And I think probably you guys have heard the story before because you guys have watched other videos of mine. But like, I remember buying books in say like October, November, and by the time they were like in stock in December, and I'm starting to sell some like college books, and I remember telling my wife, hey, I actually think based on these charts, I think that like in January I could sell maybe like 60 books in a day, and I was like, what, 60? How many books did you wait? How many books did you sell a day? 4. And she's like, oh, okay. I'm like, no, I'm serious. Like, there's this chart thing, and there's lots of drops that are happening. I'm thinking like 67, maybe. I think so. And it was more of a, well, let's see, let's hope. And then January happens, and I'm selling that. I got a whole different like look from her, like, wow, okay, yeah, let's keep doing books then. And that, getting like the approval or the excitement from your spouse is a great thing. And I totally understand that, Michelle. So
yeah, I want to get to the point where I can sell 70 books in a day. Like I don't think I'm there yet. I think I've sold like 40.
Yeah.
But honestly, I look at the sales. I don't really look at the units too often.
Yeah.
But 70 would be amazing.
What's the highest sales revenue you've done this month? Do you know?
Oh, yesterday it was 3,800, and I don't think I've broken 4 yet. And I was just really hoping to sell like 2 more books, like one high price, But yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, this is why we had the interview now.
Yeah.
The day after.
Just so everyone knows, if you are enjoying this, we are actually going to formally interview Michele a little bit later, actually Saturday. It's not going to be live, but it's going to be edited just because we also want to get that content out, because Michele has, again, a lot of value to share with the community. But we also strategically wanted to wait a little bit because even though Michele has gone through a couple textbook seasons, like what should be happening if you stay committed to this is that every textbook season gets better and better because you have more capital and you have more knowledge and you take more action. So you did almost 4,000, almost 4,000 yesterday in one day. It's crazy. So you got me beat. So far, my most is actually today. I'm at 3,500 right now on today. So you got me beat for the most. But I got like
that's a big deal.
So maybe
that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Thanks for saying that.
Oh yeah,
that's great. Congrats. I got some days that are in 8,000 range, but it's mostly high school books, so that's pretty easy to do. So it's all about just putting in the numbers. Once you find a really good book, just kind of go deep on it. The books that you really know are going to do well.
We got flipping trash to treasure saying Amazon to Amazon definitely 100% works. eBay to eBay is viable, but a lot more work. Yeah, eBay to eBay would be a lot of work. That'd be a lot of shipping on your own. And yeah. So for me, when I did 100,000 the first time, I was like, wow, that's crazy. That's amazing. And then I was like, okay, well, what is it going to take to go beyond that? And then the year after I did 100,000, I did 300,000. I was like, oh, it's just 3 times the work. So you're already over 100,000 this year So I'm going to say you're probably going to get at least 150,000, if not more. But yeah, I mean, do you think it's possible for you to do double the work and then expect double the results? What's your thoughts?
I already put a lot of work in. I don't know if I want to do double the work, but I just need to work smarter. Okay. And the replens, the spreadsheets, the experience on what I've sold in the past and having those in my pocket, those are books that I now don't have to source anew. They're going to be there for a certain number of seasons, and then potentially their new editions are going to be there. Set the trackers. I source a ton of books by setting Keepa alerts. Because, you know, like there's been a lot of days where my my VA can't find anything, and I'm sitting there like buy because my Keepa alerts are going off.
And especially if you have Keepa alerts for seasonal books, right? Because a lot of the seasonal books, like you're just trying to buy in a target range and they'll be there for a while, so it's easy, especially once you have found them. What I would say is I would say even at this point I'm more of a mix of all year round versus seasonal. So not that you have to do more than what you're doing, but I mean, you said you're only 20% all year round. So definitely if you add more all year round books, that would not only kind of, you know, help you sell a little bit more in the other months, but potentially could then help you reach a higher ceiling. Again, you're crushing it already. You don't need any advice. I'm just saying that that's one thing that I noticed, but
no, I absolutely do need to get better with the all year round books. It's just,
if you can find some all year round books that are great replens, you can make really good money from that. And so kind of growing that list also helps out. I've seen really successful sellers just get really good at getting a really good all year round replen lists.
It's just, you know, you open that chart and, you know, you look for the pattern, and it's just such a source of comfort to have an idea of, it's in demand and I know when. The all year round books, sometimes they're a little bit nuts, and I'm not as good as I would want to be at analyzing some of those.
And I think a lot of it comes down to, as well, as you just have less experience with it as well. So versus you have a lot more, you have a lot more experience with the seasonal books, and like, sure, you can say it's easier to kind of see it in the chart, which I would agree that it is. But I think at the end of the day, coming back to your own advice, which is like, you know, once you have the data to back it up, you become more confident as well. You know, so that's good. So let's see. Anything else you got, Victor?
No. So, do you have plans of trying to get? People always talk about bigger numbers, right? The revenue numbers and stuff. But do you think you might get to like 200,000? Is that like a possible goal of yours? Do you see yourself maybe doing that, or are you trying to get so like efficient at this that it's the hours that you're spending on this on this side hustle is what your kind of goal at?
I just want to keep improving. When I looked at my numbers the last few years, it seems as though my sales are going up about 80% year over year. But honestly, like I hear Joji's numbers, and that's what I want. I want to make 300 in sales and 100K profit. Like, like that's like the sweet spot. That would be amazing.
Difficult. I mean, that is amazing.
Difficult. Yeah. Because when you do hear other people's profit numbers, you might be like, oh, that's lower than I would have thought for that amount of sales. But you also have to take into account everyone's different. Are they using a prep center? Are they not? How much are they spending on inventory? What time of year is it? Because when we talk about, what's your profit at the end of the year in December, and it's whatever it is, well, you need to take into account that you have 30K in inventory that you need to sell in January. So a lot of it's subjective about, well, how much profit did you make? It's like, well, I just spent a lot of it.
I would agree. It's the hard part of an inventory-based model, which is when you want to continue to reach new numbers and scale, means you have to reinvest more of the profit because you need more capital to buy more books, right? At the end of the day, Victor and I always say, if you want to sell more, you need more. You need more books. The only way you get more books is by buying more books, which means you spend more capital, right? And where does the capital come from? Well, it would either come from an injection from somewhere else outside, or it would come from the actual profit from the books. And for me, it's like I really like the sweet spot range, which is I'm pretty easily able to hit around 300,000 in revenue, make about 100,000 profit with about a 50-50 mix of like seasonal all year round books. And outside of that, it's gonna take more work, and also like, we have Bookmind to run as well. That also takes some work. And I think you're probably thinking of this, Michele, too. Is like but you also don't want to be working all the time, right? You want some of that sort of balance as well, because even though it's your hobby, you don't want to be doing it all the time, right? So,
yeah, I'm kind of the type of person who always needs to be doing something. And so it's actually a really good outlet for me. So even though I know a lot of people are like, I use a prep center, I don't want to touch the book. I also use a prep center. For me, it helps because books are heavy.
Yeah.
But I do actually prep a certain amount of books.
Yep.
I am that person that cleans the books. You know, Mike, the used book guy, would be like
takes out the
rolling
sticker.
over. Yeah. I do. But you know what? It gives me satisfaction to
that.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, I'm just doing it while I watch TV. And especially when, man, if you take like a wet wipe to like a dirty book that's been sitting in a warehouse, you're just like, oh my gosh, this is what I got in my customer. And they would have been like, oh, dirty book. And it's really hard for me to get past that idea. But I know the ones going through the prep center aren't getting
they're dirty. They got stickers on them. And the crazy thing is, I don't know about you, but I actually don't even know if I've ever even gotten a review that was negative that said it was dirty.
It was a dirty book. I got a dirty used book review the other day because it was a little water damaged.
Oh, okay.
And it was in the description. He was expecting a new book. So I was like, sorry, didn't read.
Yeah, those don't get me when they buy used books and they're like, wait, so I thought I bought a new book. No, you bought a used acceptable book that says heavy wear with water damage. I don't know where that disconnect happened, but yeah, you bought a used acceptable book.
Yeah. Luckily, it was in the return reason, not in an actual review.
Oh, okay.
So that was good.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Oh, man. Yeah, so like I said, everyone, we are going to be doing a more formal interview where we have a lot of questions for Michele as well.
Yeah, we're trying not to spoil it, right? So
we're not trying to spoil it too much. We're just giving everyone a little flavor. just to see what to expect. But again, I did want to share with everyone that we do got Books and Beyond coming to Las Vegas, Nevada. Of course, Michele is going to be there. She's going to be one of the speakers. And if you were interested, we've got plenty of other booksellers. We have a couple of people doing eBay to Amazon as well. Happened in Las Vegas, Nevada last year. Is happening again this year, October 10th through 12th. It's really just going to be a great time. If you're interested in kind of what the vibe is like, we've got an awesome video of being down on Fremont Street, because that's where, Fremont Street is where Binion's Hotel is. That's where the conference is. It's just a really awesome space. And you can see some pictures of, last year, watch some testimonials and stuff. But look at this. We actually just added a Little Owl picture to our list of sponsors. So
Little Owl just actually sponsored us. So that was pretty cool officially. So that, I mean, the fact we got Thrift Books and World of Books, good stuff. I mean, I know we're supposed to be talking to Book Run here later this week. So conference together is a great way. It's a great outlet to get all the booksellers together.
And these are all the people, right? I mean, this was all the people last year. These are the people you get to meet. It's just a lot of fun, awesome time. There's also 2 after parties, one on Saturday, one on Sunday, which is a more intimate time where there'll be food and drinks and you can kind of commingle. And this is a good time to ask Michele her favorite ASIN, her best book. I'm just joking. No, you don't have to do that, but
or some type of tip, right? Last year, I shared the Jimmy Carter books to go and buy those, and I think Joji just recently talked about Wicked, so those are books you should probably be buying.
Have you bought any Wicked books, Michele?
I have. I have probably 10 of one and maybe 10 or 15 of another. And I've been looking for more, but
she does this all the time. When we show a book, she's like, I have 12 copies of that. She writes that in the chat. I'm like,
that's one thing I need to work on is I think I overbuy, and you've probably heard me say this before. I get kind of excited, like, oh, it's such a low price. I'm going to sell it. I'm going to make so much money. And then it's like, you should have bought half of that copy.
But it is always true, because Victor's like, this is a great book. You should be buying. You should at least 5-10 copies. Michele's like, I got 13 already. Oh, okay. You got 13 copies without fail. Or it's like, oh, this is a great book that's popping off. If anyone bought this book, you should be doing well. Michelle's like, I already sold 20 of them.
Yeah. Okay. I think there was only one book this year that I shared that you said, Michele, like, I've never seen this book. That actually made me feel proud when you said that.
I can't remember what it was now, and I need to go back and rewatch that. Yeah. Oh, I remember now.
It was just a post on the Facebook group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then let's see. So last year, in my talk, I shared a book that I was able to sell and make. I made $10,000 on one book, and I shared it in my presentation last year. So
and see, and when Joji actually says he actually really did make $10,000 in the book. Like,
yeah, I showed Victor this book, and Victor was like, "Wow, this book is crazy."
Yeah.
So, anyways, you don't know what it is, right, Michelle? Do you?
I don't.
Okay,
I
will
did
tell you.
storefront stock
Yeah,
someone the other day and couldn't find it.
Yeah,
Not you.
I will tell you at Books and Beyond, and I'll teach you the
Awesome.
principle behind it, just because you're there. So
That'll be worth it right there.
oh yeah, I mean Tanner freaking killed it on that book because he was one of the few people who took action on that book, and he said he's paid for like the next 4 years of Books and Beyond with that one book. I was like, that's crazy. So,
yeah. I think I had a really good presentation too. So I don't know if I'm gonna try to. I don't know if I'm gonna try to beat it this year, but last year I had your best replans are really what you need to focus on. Go and find the next best book, right? Yeah. That's probably where you want to spend most of your time, and that's mostly what I talked about. This year I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to talk about, but it'll be something good.
Yeah. Yeah, Victor and I wanted to hit it hard because this is like the first time. Like, we got to make this conference work. We got to give away insane value.
Yeah.
And of course, we're not saying that you have to do any of the same, Michelle. You just being there, talking about experience, more than enough. You don't have to be doing that. And to prove it to you, Ben says you killed it, Michelle.
Yeah.
With a thumbs up. So, yeah.
That's my husband.
There you go, Ben. What's up, man? I mean, she's killing it, right?
So, she is killing it.
What do you think, if you were to project, what do you think you're going to end up at revenue this year? I think Michelle's cutting out.
Either that or she's just really paused because you asked her a hard question.
I asked a hard question. I think she did. Yeah.
Yeah, she did. How much are you going
to make? We'll see. We'll see if she makes it back. But
am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
You're back. I don't know if you answered the question or not, but
no.
Okay.
No, I think I'm going to do probably like another 15-ish or more this month, and then I would imagine.
Okay.
I hope I would do 10 to 15 next month. So that put me around 135, and then Christmas season, so maybe 160.
160.
Yes.
I hope.
Santa's good for all of us. So I really like that season.
Yeah. And I feel like I'm more of a forward thinker, long-term thinker. I'm like more excited to like, where's Michelle going to be like 3 years from now or 2 years from now? And it doesn't necessarily have to be also that you just are always increasing revenue. Like I said, I got to the point where I'm like content with, I'm happy selling around 300K, making around 100,000 profit, because that's good work-life balance for me, where I'm not hustling all the time. And so I'm just excited to see where you kind of settle, because I feel like you still are on that trajectory going up, but there might be a point where you're just fulfilled with what you're doing, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Where I've got my fulfillment, and I think this probably maybe for you also, Michelle, is helping out other people also find books and get themselves like to be financially free. And that's helped me out a lot. And that's one of my main goals, is to try to help other people out. And I just see that also in you. So,
yep. So, I mean, I think we've done as much as we can here. I had a really great time, Michelle. Thanks so much for coming on. Again, thanks so much for being a speaker at Books and Beyond. I'm so excited.
I'm ready to listen to your presentation. So I'll be there. I don't know if the front row, but one of the front rows, and I'll be cheering you on. So
yeah. Johnny asks, are all the speakers staying at the Golden Nugget? Yes, they are. Just so that you know, all the speakers will be there. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here. Michelle, any last words before we get out of here?
Thanks for having me on. And, I told you before we started, I was pretty nervous, and I think I feel good about the experience. So thank you for having me on.
Yeah, you absolutely crushed it, as I thought and knew you would. So anyways, just excited to see you there. And see everyone on the next video, and we'll see you there at Books and Beyond, hopefully.
All right, see you guys. Bye.